Hey y'all, I'm Tiana Michelle and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're getting into my full wash and style routine for length retention because you already know I'm on my little length retention journey and I'm trying to get to waist length. For me personally, I feel like my wash routine is so much more important than styling because it allows me to target and treat specific issues. For example, I have dandruff problems that get a little out of hand from time to time, so I am using an over-the-counter medicated shampoo. This was recommended to me after I started seeing a professional, which is why my tune has been changing. But if you've been watching my vlogs, you already know I have been discussing the importance of getting help and not doing everything by yourself. Like, you'll be so much better off if you go and get some professional help sometimes. But that is off topic. I haven't been doing many styles. The two main styles I've been sticking to are blowouts and braid outs. But my hair is pretty tangled right now because I'm currently working on a holiday hair series that you'll be able to check out now on TikTok and Instagram. I may even put it on YouTube Shorts, which is why I fully saturated my hair and did a pre-detangle before beginning my shampoo process. This is Nizoral and I've been using it once a week and letting it sit on my scalp for about a minute because it has 1% ketoconazole. And I used to ride for the As I Am anti-dandruff shampoo. If you've been around for a while, you know how I feel about that shampoo. But unfortunately, I just found out it hasn't been doing much because it doesn't have the medication that I need to actually help kill what's causing the dandruff on my scalp. So we have to switch it up. Still love them though. This first shampoo is just focusing on cleansing my scalp. Second one is going to be a hydrating shampoo to give my strands a nice cleanse without stripping my hair. I'm using Sacred. Yes, I'm still using Sacred. The products that I share, I actually use them consistently. That's why I don't be posting many hair wash day videos, y'all, because when it comes to my main products for my wash day, not styling, but my wash day, Sacred, Mono's Hair, Amika. Those are the three main hair products that I use. I might throw in a little Olaplex here and there, but for the most part, I stick to what I know and I stick to what works, which is why I also detangle while shampooing. I like to get the hard part out the way in the beginning. You might be looking at this and thinking, why the heck are you detangling while you shampoo? That's terrible. You don't want to do it. I'm not telling you what to do with your hair. This is just what works for me. I personally like to detangle while shampooing. I know a lot of people probably wouldn't like this. They feel like their hair would tingle up or it just wouldn't work for them. And you know what? That is okay. I use a hydrating shampoo that provides me enough slip to be able to do this. I like how it cleanses my strands and gets rid of any buildup. I like how I can just slap my conditioner on, let it sit, go about my day and not have to go through that process during conditioning and having to use so much of my conditioner to detangle my hair when I can make those jars last just a little bit longer. And I believe it's been a little over a year since I uploaded my Sacred review. So here's how everything has been for a year and a half of consistent use. My hair wasn't in bad condition to begin with, so I pretty much just been maintaining everything. I have noticed though that from the rooter to the tutor, from the top to the ends, my hair is so full. I don't experience much breakage. I'm able to go longer between trims. I think my hair was more dehydrated when I first started using the Sacred deep conditioner because at the time I didn't feel like it was as moisturizing as I wanted it to be, but after using it consistently, I've seen a lot of improvements in my hair and it retains moisture a lot longer. And I know someone's wondering and may even ask what detangling brush I'm using. I've been using this one for years. It's the Felicia Leatherwood detangling brush. I'm gonna link it down in the description box along with all of the other products and tools that I used. In my head, I get real excited when I get to this part because I'm like, yes, the hard part is over. Everything's gonna be a lot easier now. One, my hair is already detangled, so when I apply the conditioner, I'm pretty much just brushing it through my hair for even distribution. And since my strands are actually cleansed, that deep conditioner is gonna go in and penetrate and do exactly what it needs to do instead of just sitting on top of my strands. And I've been doing my hair for so long that I already know if everything is going well or not by the time I rinse out my shampoo. 99% of the time it is, because I have my own method that is just become second nature to me. I mean, don't you see it? That's tenderism. And I pretty much just worked in two sections this entire time, even when I applied my deep conditioner, because the longer my hair is getting, the more I gotta tweak things so that I'm not spending all day on my hair, because it's just hair and it is not that serious and ain't nobody got time for that because I actually have a life to go live. But seriously though, I hope that when you come to my channel, you are able to take something away that adds simplicity to your routine, because hair was never supposed to be hard. Going natural was never supposed to be all these rules and all this and this and that. And side note, I understand that there's only so much that you can do with your hair. Once you learn, it's just smooth selling and you can only go so far, which is why I've been trying to expand my content outside of just hair. Not that I am stopping hair content. Oh yeah, I sat under the hooded dryer for 15 minutes, by the way, before rinsing this out. But I do want to build a community. I feel like it's kind of my fault that I put myself inside of this one little box where it's just hair. And I told myself, nobody's going to care about your content. Nobody cares about you, girl. They just want to see that hair. Now shut your mouth and do the hair and don't share any of the other interests that you have. No one cares about your journey with healing your skin. No one cares about you trying to find your personal style after growing up, struggling and not being able to find your personal style because it wasn't something that your family could afford. Don't nobody want to see your real personality. Don't nobody got time to be connecting with yet another creator. They don't want to see you going on your journey of entering your 30s and trying to get your ish together and lifestyle content. Girl, get that out of here. There's already a cajillion other people doing the same thing. General beauty and just sharing the gem that you are as a person outside of your hair. Girl, if you don't get back in that box, tape it close and stay in the lane that the algorithms have put you in. In my past 7 years of being a creator, those have been the words that have plagued my mind with self-doubt. Anytime I post something that's not hair related, the numbers show it and the machine says, why are you outside of that box? But I truly believe that it's never too late, and I refuse to remain in the box anymore when I know that my calling has been pushing me to expand so much that I can't even, it's so weird, I can't contain myself. I'm honestly being forced into this. I don't know where it's leading me, but I can't stop. Shoot, I wasn't even supposed to be talking about this in this video. But if you have been subscribed for a long time or you're a new subscriber, welcome. And you see my hair content come across your page and you're like, girl, yep, let me go on and watch that. Let me see what she got going on. If you can, give my other stuff a shot too, because I don't half-ass anything. But back to the hair, because that is something that I will never abandon. All I'm saying is make some room because it's time for us to expand. So I got the RevAir earlier this year and I have been using it and enjoying it. I use tension level 7 with the highest heat setting. And you may be wondering, you may even ask, Tiana girl, what about the shark dryer that you've been using? Do you still use that? We're gonna get to that. And as you can see, I kind of dissociate when I'm using the RevAir. I'll be on my phone. I do anything to keep my mind off of the process because if I'm really focusing on it, it takes longer than it needs to. But when I distract myself with another task, especially while filming, because sometimes when I'm filming, y'all, I think about the fact that I'm filming. I think I have undiagnosed, we're not gonna get into that, but I think about the task. So this helps me a lot. And I've noticed that it takes 30 minutes versus however much longer it takes when I'm focused on the process of blow drying my hair and making sure my lighting is fine and that I'm in the frame of my viewfinder and that my camera doesn't die or turn off. Lots of things I'm thinking about simultaneously. And girly pop, I know you're already watching the process, but here's some things to reiterate that might be helpful. When I'm using the RevAir, my hair remaining damp throughout the entire process until I'm finished is a non-negotiable, which is why you saw me using the Amika anti-frizz treatment, which is also a heat protectant. You'll always see me using that or the Kenra blow dry spray. I use that over a cream heat protectant because I'm able to work in sections, spray my hair down to tangle, twist it up and leave it in those sections until I get to it to blow dry and my hair is still damp. When I've used the RevAir on hair that's almost dry, the results are just not the same for me and my hair feels a little bit crunchy. But when used correctly, oh, it's tea. So I start off in 4 sections that are split into 10 subsections because of the thickness of my hair and the size and shape of my head. As I'm going through my hair, the 2 sections in the back were split into a total of 4 subsections, while at the front, I did 3 subsections on each side. That way I'm not using giant sections for the RevAir, because I do believe if you use too large of sections with the RevAir, it does automatically shut off. To ensure my hair remains smooth and tangle free, I do go down the length of my hair with a blow dry brush as it's coming out of the RevAir. And I pretty much repeat this exact process every time I use the RevAir to blow out my hair. If you weren't already keen on this process that I think a lot of people who have a RevAir use, did you take notes if you're considering getting one? I think I did pretty decent instructing. You can probably tell I used to be a teacher. Stretching my hair has just provided me so much ease this year. There's a lot of versatility with my stretch styles and there's so much that I can do. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't really been doing much to my hair. As I said earlier in the video, my two main styles have been blowouts and braid outs, precisely because they're really low maintenance to maintain. With braid outs, I can get it to last at least a week. I can leave them in the plaits for a couple of days if I want to just leave my hair alone. With blowouts, I can just leave it like this or add some plaits to it, twists or rods, whatever I want to do or don't want to do. I have the liberty. And as far as my ends go, they aren't horrible, but it is time to get a trim. I can see that, and it will happen next month for sure. Now, for whatever reason, I just have to be a little bit extra. So I use the Soakening Heat Cream from Kenra. I split my hair into 2 sections and add about 3 pumps to each section, just focusing on the mid length of my hair down to the ends. This product has heat protectant in it as well, but I'm being a little naughty because it's actually supposed to be used before you silk press your hair, and boy does it work real good. I used it on my sister's hair in my last vlog. Silky baby, silky and shiny. But I used it to ensure that my blowouts don't puff back up. Is that what the directions say? No. Am I recommending you do that? No. But hey, I'm showing everything here, and I did say that we would circle back to the Shark Beauty Speed Style Pro Flex. I love that dryer. I still use that dryer regularly. I use my Shark dryer when it's necessary. I use the RevAir dryer when it's necessary. As you can see today, I'm using both. And I'm really using it because I don't personally like how my hair reacts with creams and the RevAir. And this dryer is handheld, so it gets hotter, and I'm able to activate that product, I think, because my hair has not poofed up, and it's been almost a week, and I'm about to use this blowout to do some holiday styles. Preserving it at night is really easy. All I do is put my hair either in 2 plaits and roll them up in some buns like you see here, or I'll be really lazy and just twist a little messy bun at the top of my head, and that's how I maintain everything. I don't really care if it gets dents and a little texture to it because I'm a textured hair girly. I love me some texture. All in all, repetition produces results in hair in all aspects of life, which is why it is called a routine. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I really hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and I will see you next Tuesday.